Each person will need a placemat. They can be found on the middle shelf of the auxiliary art cart. When you fill up your water container, make sure not to fill it up all the way to the top, or else it will overflow and spill on the floor. Turn off the faucet. Place it between you and your neighbor, so both of you can use it when you need to. Everyone will need at least one brush. If it turns out you do not like the brush that you chose, simply return it to the dirty brush cup and pick another. No need to shout across the room. Everyone will need a paper to paint on. Make sure you write your first name, last name, and homeroom on the back of your paper. Flip it over. Now it will not get covered with paint, and we will know whose painting this is. To activate your paint, simply dip your brush in the water and mix it with the paint. If it is not working at first, be patient and keep with it. Very good. Never dump water directly onto the palette. Just keep dipping your brush back in the water and mixing it with the paint, patiently. The more water you use, the less intense your colors will be. If there is too much water on your brush, you can simply glide the bristles across the top of your water container, as you can see. You can also use a paper towel or the placemat. Never tap your brush. That will splatter paint everywhere. Speaking of splatter painting, no splatter painting. You will receive an F-. No splatter painting. What if there is hardly any paint in the palette? Why, that is no problem at all. Simply dip the brush in the water and then mix it with what is there. It will be good as new. Now that is resourceful. We have quite an extensive palette, so you should not need to mix colors. But if you do, never mix like this. This will ruin the palette and get the paints all dirty. Instead, always rinse out your brush so it is clean before you go into the paint. Now you can bring the paint over to the lid of the palette, where you can do your mixing, just like we do with watercolors. How do I make brown? You can use a dirty orange or any other dirty paint. There are a lot of ways. My favorite way is to go to a palette that is already dirty. Take a wet brush and mix it where all of the paints have mixed together. How do I make gray? Take some black, add it to the lid of my palette, clean my brush, grab some white, which is already kind of dirty because someone did not follow directions. Mix them together. Now I have a nice stony gray. For pink or salmon, I would use red and white. Never soak your painting. And also, do not walk around with a wet painting, dripping paint onto the floor. Make sure we are respectful and responsible by keeping the classroom clean and ready for the next class. When my painting is done, I will bring it over to the drying rack. If my painting is really wet, I will keep it on top of the placemat and put them on the drying rack together, leaving room for someone to put their painting next to mine. Never place your painting in the drying rack like this. Carefully slide your painting into the drying rack, making sure it goes all the way through. If you are having trouble, you can put a placemat under your painting to stabilize it. Place the dirty brushes in the, you guessed it, dirty brush cup, as the teacher has instructed. Carefully dump your water into the sink. Unused placemats go just where we found them, on the auxiliary art cart. Make sure to wipe off the table. If you need a sponge, make sure to squeeze out the extra water and turn off the faucet. Make sure we conserve water. Thoroughly wash and dry your hands. Place the paper towel in the wastebasket, where it belongs. Now I want to double check and make sure I didn't forget anything. Push in my chair, line up quietly, and make sure everyone is happy. If you can follow these basic guidelines, then you can enjoy painting and other art projects for many years to come. Keep up the good work.